Hi everyone, good morning and welcome on Degree. So in today's episode, we're actually going to be discussing how in very simple strategic steps, which if you're willing to apply, you stand a chance to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams, despite or regardless of economic downtimes. We are actually bringing this episode up because times are really challenging. Yes, an average Nigerian just wants to survive. That's the truth. But it becomes crazy and even more difficult by the day, and most times it becomes very discouraging. Sometimes it becomes really overwhelming and you do not even know what moves to make or what's next for you. But the truth is, at the end of the day, the only person that can encourage you, the only person that can lift you, the only person that can really push you to be better is you. So picture a situation where you are so down, so discouraged that you can't even think of what's next to do. Then it's very bad. That means you can be in that actual position for a very long time. You can be stagnant for a very long time and never even be productive. So that is why this episode is very important, that if you're willing to put these steps into consideration, you still stand a chance, I guarantee you 100%, to achieve your dreams, to achieve your goals. Like I said, they're very strategic but very simple steps that requires patience, creativity, hard work. It's not going to happen overnight. So if you're literally looking for something that is going to happen overnight, then this episode is definitely not for you. Because at the end of the day, we are looking at longevity. We're not looking at survival where you just eat today, tomorrow, and it's gone. We're looking at sustainable income, longevity. That is what this episode is about. You would agree with me, regardless of every situation or whatever you're passing through, if you can take time out amidst the noise in the society, social media space, and the rest of them, take time out to self-reflect and think, trust me, you will be able to know what to do, what's next for you, how you should do, when you should do, how you should go about it, and just in case it's very difficult for you. That is why this episode is important. We dissect this episode into 3 parts. If you are a graduate, first of all, maybe not even a graduate, you're self-employed, whatever you are, but you can read, you can write, you like to give value to people, all right? You like to teach, you like to give value, in any aspect of life. It could be academically, it could be in terms of aesthetics, it could be fashion. You just love to give value. Think about tutoring. Think about selling yourself out there. Let people know that this is what you do. You give value to people. You tell them the steps they can apply to achieve something. Academically, if you're someone that likes to give value, you can go around, say church, organizations, places of work, banks. All right, you get to talk to certain persons and let them understand that this is what you do. You are a good lesson teacher. You can take their kids on lesson, you can take their kids on maths, you can take their kids on English, and just if they are finding a hard time to trust you, all right, you can make references to, let's say, your church. You can make references to, let's say, your school. People they can call and make inquiry about you. You can ask them to do a background checkup concerning you, just so that they can trust you and the value you can give to their children. You market yourself, because at the end of the day, what makes people really get to recognize and know what you do is marketing. You're not going to stay inside your home and then everybody will know you can teach maths, you can teach English, you can teach physics. It's when you go out there and let people know that this is what you can do. And that is why I say, first of all, you have to be someone that is passionate about this. You have to be someone that is passionate about giving value. It doesn't necessarily need to be academically value. It could be beauty, it could be cosmetic, it could be skincare. Just be good at giving value, and then you can come online, and then you can go even offline and let people see. And when they're finding a hard time to trust you, like I said, make references to like church, to school, to people in the society that maybe they can reach out and make inquiry or two about you. Another aspect you can actually put into consideration is learning a skill. Yes, learning a skill is very, in fact, is ultimate. Most times it's going to be very challenging because sometimes the skill you might need to learn, all right, you will need money to pay for it. And most times the fee they charge for these skills are actually very outrageous, I admit. And you might just want to feel discouraged about that. And I'm here to tell you no. There's still little things you can do to, gather your money. Like I said, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes determination. So just in case you're someone that falls in the category of learning a skill and then you're wondering how to go about it, you do not have money, you want to learn fashion and design, you do not have money, you want to learn hairdressing, you do not have money, you want to learn interior decoration, and then you're discouraged. No, that is not the way to go about it. You can actually start from somewhere. You can use YouTube. You can use YouTube and learn the basics, or you can use YouTube to learn something that you can actually make. Let's say meat pie, let's say chin chin, let's say little snacks you can supply in schools, all right, that can help you make a little money. And from there, if you're very calculative and you're determined, you can save something and know that, okay, I have a goal. My major goal is to pay 100,000 for a fashion school. I'm interested and passionate about learning. Okay, whatever thing I'm doing right now is secondary. I am trying to gather money, all right? And then when you supply the meat pie, when you supply the chin chin, whatsoever thing you make from it at the end of the day, you will know what you're supposed to extract and save for the bigger dream. Alright, that is why I say it takes determination, it takes discipline. You will know what to take out from there, alright, to save for your bigger dream, to save for the big goal, which is learning your fashion design. And just in case you don't want to go through that route, there's some little services you can offer to people, and then you make extra bucks for yourself that you can take out from there and save. Let's say cleaning services. Alright, you can offer cleaning services, you can go around, tell people you offer cleaning services, and then you save. Now, most times people tend to get shy. Would you rather remain in a place of shame, a place of mockery, a place of begging for daily 2K, where you and I know that begging can be very unhealthy, if not for anything? If there's anything out there that should really encourage you to push, is the fact that you do not want to stay in that position of begging, because begging can mess with your mental health sometimes. Begging is unhealthy. So you would rather want to stay in that place of shame, in that place of unhealthiness, than to actually, when they say there is dignity in labor, it wasn't a lie. So you would rather stay in that place of unhealthy acts, you would rather stay in that place of mockery, than to actually have dignity, integrity, pride in the little penny you make. Come on, that is a question you should ask yourself. So forget about what the society and what anybody around has to say. You have a goal, you have a plan, you have a dream, and that is what you're actually working at. So what they need to say or what they have to say is completely their business. So do not pay attention to that. So where you can do these little petty jobs, you can do these little petty supplies, and then you can gather money from there to pay for your skills. And maybe you don't want to give value. You're not someone that, you've searched yourself, that, okay, I'm not good at the aspect of giving out value. I'm not interested in learning a skill, all right, but I want to start business, buying and selling. Then there are different things you can also involve yourself in, that can help you raise capital. You wouldn't just sit there, oh, I want to start selling this, I want to start selling that, and because I don't have capital, you should deck your dream. That is completely unacceptable. First of all, if you actually believe that you can start your own business with zero capital, then that's a huge beginning for you. So I'm here to actually tell you things you can put into consideration that will help you raise that capital for your business. That's if you're falling in the category of people that say, I don't want to give value, I don't want to learn a skill, but I want to do business. Consider drop shipping. Most of you look down on drop shipping. Drop shipping is on another level. I have tested dropshipping and it has actually really worked for me. You're not doing too much when it comes to dropshipping. The stress of taking inventory, the stress of having to ship the item to your customer is off you completely. The person that handles this particular task is the supplier. So you're just a middle person between your supplier and the customer. So all you need to do, because when you're going into dropshipping, you're actually trying to build a brand. All right, so it's always important to drop ship from the area which you're actually really interested in, so that you don't have to actually go to start from a scratch when you finally make capital and you're ready to start. So in this case, remember, you're just in between the customer and the supplier. The supplier doesn't know you, the customer doesn't know you. Now, you have to be very strategic and reasonable about this, especially in the aspect of adding profit to whatever product you're marketing out there to people. And in every gathering you see yourself, try to at least let 3 to 5 persons know what you are selling. So you see, the inventory of this is not on you. The shipping of this product to the customer is not on you. It's all on the supplier. All you just need to do is market yourself and make people know that this is the product you sell. You come back to the supplier, you bring the money to the supplier ships this product to the customer, you take your profit. So it's important to always ensure that you are actually drop shipping from very good vendors selling quality products. So the next thing to put into consideration in this aspect is affiliate marketing. In the aspect of dropshipping, you are marketing yourself and adding your profit. But in the case of affiliate marketing, you are marketing for people at a particular percentage or commission. Yes, if you're actually, let's say, technology savvy, or not maybe 100%, if you even go online, you can see how you can create digital products for yourself. You put it out there online and you can sell. So if you can do this, you can actually build your own digital product, then you market it, you sell. But if you cannot, you can actually market for people and they pay you commission. So by so doing, you will be able to gather money for yourself. Always remember, the sole aim of this is to gather capital for your own business. Always remember, you're planning for a bigger goal. So you have to stay determined, you have to stay disciplined to always at least try to save from every penny you make. Another one to put into consideration is partnership and collaboration. In this case, your audience matters a lot. Who are the people you have there to introduce to your partner, to introduce to people you want to collaborate with? This matters a lot, because you're not going to go and partner with someone to sell their product to nobody. So before these people do business with you, before they want to partner with you, before they want to collaborate with you, they will ensure that you have you have audience, or you have customers on ground who are capable to actually patronize them. So by so doing, if you partner with people because you have the audience and you have people who are capable financially to actually patronize them, you can gather money from there for your capital and start your business. Another thing to consider is crowdfunding. So there are good platforms like Kickstarters, all right, who will allow you to present your skill and then they can fund it and you have money to start up. Another thing to also consider is, you leverage on social-based services, say virtual assistants, say social media management, running of Facebook and Instagram ads for people. From there, you can also make money. People make good money from running Facebook and Instagram ads for brands, for companies, all right? They make good money. So you can leverage on all those kind of services and then gather money to start your own personal business. Another thing you can leverage on is trading loyalty. The Igbos, they do this a lot, where you go and serve someone, let's say, for a particular number of years. Other tribes do it as well. You serve someone for a particular number of years, you'll get settled, all right, to start your own business. Yeah, somebody might just be, most times it takes time, let's say 5 to 3 years. Yes, and you're just there saying, 5 to 3 years, it's taking so much time. Well, like I said, this thing takes time, it takes determination, it takes creativity, it takes discipline, it takes patience. So rather than put that 5 years into putting yourself into depression, overthinking, becoming a devil's workshop because your mind is idle, how about you invest it into serving someone and then you get settled to start your own thing. Trust me, I do not think it's a bad idea at all. So if you put all this, whether you fall under the category of giving value, whether you fall under the category of learning skill, whether you fall under the category of wanting a capital to start a business, if you sit down and then strategize this little steps I've given to you properly, you would be able, out of your own creativity and wisdom, to add to it and excel 100%. So my name is Eddie Naji. See you same time, same platform. Signing out.